Hello, welcome to our lessons. This is the fourth lesson, and in this lesson, we are going to talk about the conjunction. How do we say with, and, or, and some other particles that connect nouns and adjective and verbs in Cantonese. And I think the most important part of this lesson may be this part, some sentence final particle. We call it SFP. In this lesson, we will just talk about one, but for this one, we have different tones to mean different things. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, the first one we here is in Cantonese we say when we want to say with and we use the same word. It is tong. Tong. And you can also say tong mai. When you add the mai, it adds a sense of something like also. But basically they are the same. We don't differentiate much about these two words. So you can say tong or tong mai. Okay, so like for example, this one, 我同你一齊去啊。
我同你一齊去啊。
我同你一齊去啊。我同你 me with you，me with you。我同你一齊，一齊 is together，一齊 is together。一齊together。我同你一齊去啊。去 is to go, right? 去 is to go. And is the thing that we were talking about. Is when you invite someone to do something, give suggestion, give advice, you use first tone. So 我同你一齊去啊 like that. 我同你一齊去啊 But just notice that in English, the sentence order goes like this. In English, it's like the with you is always at the end of the sentence.
At the end.
But in Cantonese, you say all the things like how do you do something, when do you do something, with whom. Usually we put it before the verb. So the sentence order will be like this. Canto order will be like subject, and then you plus like time or with who or where here, and then you say the verb. Okay. I think this is the major difference. So 我同你一齊去啊。If you say 我 you cannot. It's just too weird because you are saying 一齊我一齊去啊同你。Might happens in real life when people are thinking about what they are going to say, not sure what they are saying. But yeah, sounds weird if you say it like that. 我一齊去啊同你。我一齊去啊同你。sounds like you forgot something and then you add it there. Okay. Yeah, so you need to say that. So here, 我同你一齊去啊。And you can also, so in this sentence it means with. So we have another sentence that it means and. And I said if you add the ma, it sounds something like also. And something also maybe like this. Wait, what happened? Okay. Like this. Okay. 我鍾意 This is 朗山行山同埋游水 So 鍾意 is to like. We've seen it several times. To like. And 行山 is to walk. And then 山 is a mountain. So like to hike.
Hiking.
行山. In I don't think we have talked about this. In Hong Kong there is a Hang Seng Bank. Hang Seng Bank. And there was a period that this like Hang Seng Bank people they allow their workers to work at home, like their staff to work at home. So some of their staff they want to do this WFH in the mountain, work from hill. And then they upload some photos to Instagram. So people call this Hang Seng Bank 行山銀行。Like 行山 is to hike. 銀行 is a bank. Okay. So hiking bank. 行山 bank. 行山銀行. Okay. Yeah. The original, I mean, the name of this in Cantonese is Hang. 恒生 like this. The real
恒
name
生
恒生銀行. Okay, so they became 恒生銀行 for a while. I think people already forgot about this. Yeah, but at that time, yeah, everyone was talking about this. Okay, so 同埋 with
同
and
埋
here is and
嗯
something also. 游水游 I guess you remember 水 is water.
water
And 游 is the although together they are a compound like a verb together though. But the object will somehow sounds like the 水 will somehow sounds like an object here. Yeah, but together they mean to swim.
游
游水
水
游水 like sometimes many verb in Cantonese will be like this. They have a verb, one that looks like a verb, one looks like a noun, looks like an object. When you add those, we would be talking about those some particle in between. They will be added here. Or like for example, when you ask question, do you swim or do you want to swim? Do you remember how do we ask those questions? Is verb.
你想唔想？你要唔要？
你想唔想游水 You can also say, but you can just say like 你游唔游水啊 like that. 你游唔游水啊？
有唔有水啊？
你游唔游水啊？Then you will see like we separate this like the verb 游唔游水 not like 游水唔游水。游唔游水啊？Like that. Okay. And in Cantonese, usually people are confused when they learn these two. In Cantonese, there are two or, and one we use it in statement. Another one we use it in question. The one we use in a statement looks like this. 或者 I put a very long sentence here. I will explain in a bit. So in Cantonese, actually we will be talking about this in the next lesson maybe. 星期 is how 星期 is a week, a week, and then we like for example 一星期 will be like 1 week. But when we call Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we say like for example Monday 星期一 we basically say the one there. So 星期1, 星期2, 星期3 will be like 星期一星期二 will be like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then 星期 okay, so I just leave it here because I want to tell you a bit about this also. So Monday, this is Monday. And so Saturday will be 6. Saturday will be 6. So 星期六 星期六 will be Saturday. But Sunday, because we don't say 星期七 is not 7. We say 星期日. 日 is a day. Sunday. So yeah, most learner confuse these two. Like they cannot tell the difference between Monday and Sunday. Monday is 日. Sunday is 日. Okay. Yeah. You can try to think of some association to help you remember this. When you are Monday, I don't know. When it's Sunday, you are sleeping, so you lie down. But when you have to go up Monday to work. So okay. Try to remember it. So the higher one is Monday, the lower one is Sunday. Okay.
Sunday.
Okay. And in Cantonese, we can say like for example, if we say 星期一二三 if I say 星期一二三 that means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, like that. So 星期六日 can you guess what it means? 星期六日
Saturday, Sunday.
It means weekend. That's how we say weekend in Cantonese. There is a word also for weekend, but it's called 周末. But we don't really use it. We usually say you can also just say 六日 also. People will understand as a weekend. 六日 or 星期六日. And so this one 星期六日 is like a weekend. Saturday and Sunday. 我通常 is usually. And then this is the converter error. It's either 會 or 會 two way, but not 會 not 會 not 會 okay 會 會 we will be talking about this, but 會 is will, is going to will. This is like a future. 會 同 with
同
朋友 this is with the one that we just learned. And then 朋友 do you happen to remember what friend 朋友 或者 或者 this is the one that we're going to talk about. 或者 is or in a statement. 屋企人
home people
home people meaning family. Your family members. 屋企 is home and then 人 is people. So your family. 屋企人屋企人 then 出街 出 is going out and 街 is a street, so just 出街 together means like go out. 出街 so the whole sentence together will be 星期六日我通常會同朋友或者屋企人出街屋企人出街或者我會同朋友或者屋企人 so friends or family 朋友或者屋企人so like for example what kind of sentence you use or in a statement. Like for example, can you try to say I want to eat Japanese food, or let's say Korean food, maybe like Japan is 日本 and then Korean is 韓國 Hanguo is Korean. And then when you want to say food, you maybe we learn one before 菜. You can also say 菜. 菜 on its own means vegetable, but it can also mean cuisine. But also vegetable. But another very common way to say that would be yeah. Yeah is things, but when you add it to country name, it means food, because you remember 嘢食 is food in Cantonese. 嘢食 is food in Cantonese. So you can say 韓國嘢日本嘢 like that. So can you try to say I want to eat Japanese or Korean food like that.
我想食日本嘢或者韓國嘢。
韓 is a falling one, or you can, it's either falling or you can just pronounce it very low in the pitch of do.韓, and then 國 is in the middle. Maybe 國韓國嘢韓國嘢 so I want to eat Japanese or Korean food. 我想食日本嘢或者韓國嘢 like that. So 日本 is a low tone and then rising tone. 日本 if you realize the 日 is the one with in 星期日 also. 想食日本嘢或者韓國嘢 and many Japanese people when they learn Cantonese they will pronounce this 日本 as this. 我係一般人一般人一般is like normal
One ship.
or average, something like that.
Oh.
So I am an average person.
Average food.
No, I mean Japanese people when they introduce themselves, they say this a lot. 我係一般人 like I'm an average person. 一般人 yeah, because I guess that's
Donation.
intonation effect is 我係一般人 okay. So this is the or in a statement. And whenever you want to say or in a question, we use 定 or 定係 or
定係
So you can say 定 or 定係 they are the same, but you cannot use 或者 in a question. If you are asking something, you need to use 定係 Okay, so this one is just 講 is to like speak or say or tell 講係你中意
你中意
我定係佢
我定係佢
I mean in Cantonese there 佢 can be him or her, so no difference. Can be him also. So 你中意我定係佢講 say it.
It's from a drama.
It's difficult to think of any. I don't know. 定係 when do we like for example the same one you can change it to question. Maybe you can try it.
你想食
sorry
日本嘢定係韓國嘢
is in the middle. Third tone. Okay, 韓國嘢okay. Okay, so okay, so this is about the or and maybe you can try one more example as an exercise. So like for example, you want to go to let's say Hong Kong or Taiwan, like 香港 is 香港 and then 台灣 is Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Okay.
Asking if you want to go. Okay. So 你想去？
你想去
你想去香港定係台灣
灣 is a long and a high
台灣台灣
so 你想去香港定係
台灣
like that so do you want to go to Hong Kong or Taiwan like that 你想去香港定台灣Then to answer this question, you just say your choice. So like 我想去香港 or 我想去台灣
香港
or you can say you remember how we say or both or also 都you can say 都唔想去yeah so like neither 都唔想去都想去 I mean you can say
都想去
都想去都唔想去 then they're like none of them
Okay
都唔想去 so none of them I want to go to none of them like that okay and then we have some particles here that connect nouns, verbs and adjective things so the first thing here we have the possessive is 嘅 it works like the apostrophe s in English so like for example 香港嘅 apostrophe s here and then 夜景夜景 is like night view. Yeah is night. You remember night is yeah man. Yeah man. Yeah yeah is
yeah,
night.
man.
Yeah is night.景 is like a view. So night view.
Oh,
夜景. 好
夜景，
靚.
好靚。
好靚 beautiful. It's beautiful. 好靚. So Hong Kong apostrophe s. And when we use personal pronouns plus something, something or somebody, yeah, plus a noun, we omit the K a lot. So like for example this one, 佢
佢
男朋友 is
男
boyfriend.
朋友，
Basically like just like male friend like that. 男 is a word. 男 remember we don't say 啱, we don't say that, we say 男.
男
we say it like a L. Okay.
男。
男朋友
Oh, this is boyfriend, not a male friend.
boyfriend. I mean the translation will be male friend somehow. Okay. 男朋友去咗.
去咗。
We will be talking about 咗 also, but 咗 is like a past tense somehow. You add it after a verb to mark it is something happened in the past. 去咗外國.
外國。
外國. NG 生. I won't say it, and many of my friends won't say it also. We don't say 外國. We don't do that. 外國. And so 佢男朋友 his or her boyfriend went to a foreign country. 外國 is foreign country. 外國 is a foreign country. 外國 is a foreign country. If you pronounce it as a low tone 外國 it's a foreign country. Anyway, it's okay. Want to teach you a useless word, but it's okay. Okay, let's move on. Maybe we can try one example of this. Like, can you try to say his friends all left. Left is 走 to leave.
走
走
哦 走
wait, I think suddenly give you too many words. Maybe a more simple one. Like for example, here's restaurant, like the restaurant here, but we say here and then 嘅 restaurant. Here 嘅 restaurant. Like taste good, tasty.
呢個嘅
here is 呢度
sorry
呢
go is for 人
or
for
things.
people
呢度
呢度嘅
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 restaurant is 餐廳
餐廳
restaurant
餐廳
is tasty
餐廳
好好食
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 good eat
好好食 okay
好好食
tasty. 好食 is tasty, but when you connect a noun to an adjective, you need to add a 好 in between, right? Noun, subject, 好 and then the adjective, so 好好食。
好好食
呢度嘅餐廳好
好食呢度嘅餐廳好好食
like this. Okay. So let's move on. We just talk about when we have a sentence, like a full sentence, like subject is adjective. This kind of sentence in Cantonese we will be saying subject 好 and then adjective, right?
Adjective.
But when we have a adjective describing something like a noun in a sentence, as a noun phrase, like for example, there are so many combinations of that, but I'll just give you some example. Like for example, adjective, noun, and then verb, or subject, and then verb. Then the object is adjective plus noun. All these kind of things. Then we need, in this kinds of case, like this kind of case, and so many other instance, we need to add a ge after the adjective to connect it to a noun. So what I'm saying is, like for example, let's say 我中意喂我中意 I like delicious food， 中意好食嘅嘢。We need a ge here when we have a noun phrase in a sentence that are described by an adjective. But not in this kind of phrase. This is just a sentence. Like this is a full sentence on its own. Like for example, 呢個好好食. That is a full sentence on its own. Full sentence on its own. It's like complete. But if I say I like delicious food, then that is another case. We need a ge in between. Okay, so like for example, this one 我識一個 I know one. 好靚 beautiful pretty 嘅女仔 女仔 is a girl 女仔
pretty girl.
女仔 can you try to say this again? This one?
女仔
Yeah, 仔 remember the Z sound, we only make it like a CH sound when it is followed by like round vowels.
or
like for example 左 and this will sound like something like the church, the CH in the church, 左 but whenever it is followed by other like not round vowels, like RE cannot be round, like you don't say oi like that. I is like this way, then you pronounce it like TS. 仔 So because a while ago I heard you say something like 仔 like that. then that will be this sound. 仔女仔 So 我識一個好靚嘅女仔 Like for example can you say I like beautiful mountains?
我中意好靚嘅山
我中意
好靚
in this case you can just say 靚 because the adjective on its own is 靚嘅山 我中意靚嘅山
靚嘅山
yeah here 中意靚嘅女仔I mean here you can also say 我識一個靚嘅女仔 you can also say that but 好靚 if you add the 好 in this kind of case it sounds like it's like you're emphasizing like it's very beautiful something like that 我中意好靚嘅山我中意好靚嘅山 so I like very beautiful mountains like that. You can also say 我中意靚嘅山 then that sounds like there is not much emphasis. So with or without the 好 is also it also works like the grammatically they are correct, but then if you add the 好 in this case it sounds like you're emphasizing the degree of that. Okay, and so moving on, we have three more. This works with the verb. Works with the verb.
Okay.
So basically they works just like ing form. This one surrounding the verb looks like an ing form. And then this one after the verb works like past tense. And this one before the verb works like future tense. So let's look at it together. 喺度 something something
喺度
喺度
緊
緊 the 喺度 is not necessary at all. You can skip it. You can skip it. You can totally skip it. Usually it means here, but sometimes it means ing somehow. Yeah, but yeah. So 佢喺度做緊咩啊？
佢喺度做緊咩啊？咩啊？
佢喺度做緊咩啊？So yeah, 喺度 somehow sounds like here, but this sentence if you say 佢喺度做咩啊？佢喺度做咩啊？Sorry. For question is like third tone. 佢喺度做咩啊？If you say 佢喺度做咩啊 without the 緊 it also sounds like what he's doing. So but the most commonly used one for ing form is 緊 after the verb.
緊
So like for example, can you ask what are you eating?
你
Eat
食你食 What are you eating? 你食緊
緊Then what?
咩啊？
咩啊？咩啊？
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 咩啊？
你食
緊
咩啊？
咩啊？
Can you try to pronounce the 食 again? It sounds a bit too high. 咩啊？
食
食 is correct. 食緊咩啊？Okay, so what are you eating? And then so this is the ing form basically. You can also say 你喺度食緊咩啊？你喺度食咩啊？你食緊咩啊？ They sounds pretty much the same. But 緊 will be the most common one. Okay, so the one with past tense somehow similar to past tense is you add a 咗 after the verb.
咗
You add a 咗 after the verb. So la you can add the la at the end of sentence. So if you have something here, the la will be at the end of the sentence anyway. So it's not like you stick to the 咗. If you have anything after that, it will be at the la. So so for example, this one, we just talk about 走 like left to leave. 佢走咗啦。
佢走咗啦。
The la add a sense of like already. So he left already. 佢走咗啦。佢走咗啦。Or for example, how do you say I have eaten?
我食咗啦。
我食咗。You can say 我食咗啦 also. But usually we say 我食咗飯啊 like that. 我食咗飯。Because like
我食咗飯啊。
食飯 is like the a verb to get like a verb with this object together. So to have a meal. And then remember that when we have this kind of structure, we add the 咗 after the verb in it. 食 is
食咗飯。
我食咗飯啦。I have eaten already. 我
食飯啦。
食咗飯啦。Like this. Okay. And then this somehow like future tense saying you will be doing something. Just remember that all these things sometimes they are not really necessary, as when we have like yesterday, tomorrow, those kind of things. It's not necessary that you need to say these things, but when you want to be clear, you might be adding these things. And then this one, some people pronounce it as 會, and some people say 會 also.
會
Basically the same, but not sixth tone. This is the converter. The converter don't know which one to choose. 會 Okay, like for example, this one 你幾時會幾時 we learn it in the question words. 幾時 is when. So 會 will 翻嚟啊。翻嚟 is to return, to come back like that. 你幾時會翻嚟啊？Like for example, we can say okay. Did we talk about how to say McDonald in Cantonese?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, so in Hong Kong, there is many local restaurant. They are called by the name, the family name of the person who run the restaurant, the boss of the restaurant,
Oh,
and then add a gay after it. Gay. Uh-huh.
gay.
So the person's family name and add a gay to it. This is like a local way to name the restaurant. Uh-huh. So I think it's very similar to like Denny's, something something apostrophe s. Uh-huh. Like
Mm,
McDonald's, like that. But McDonald's in Hong Kong is M gay.
M gay.
Yeah, so like this M gay. So they become a local restaurant in Hong Kong. That they got they got a local way of naming M gay. This is McDonald's.
M gay.
So can you try to say when will you eat at McDonald's? We say it like you eat McDonald's. So McDonald will be your object of the verb.
Okay. When will you eat? So like,
嗯
幾時
你幾時
會
會
食
食
M gay
M 嘅
辣
La is only for those things in the past already.
sorry, okay.
Is the usual one for all like
Future.
yeah, question in general, not necessarily future. Okay, so 你幾時
幾時會
食
食 M
M
gay
M Okay, so when will you eat in McDonald's? Okay, so last part of today's lesson, we're going to talk about this we only have four tones here, but there is one more tone, but that will be out of the scope of like beginner scores. Yeah, so if you learn this one first, this will really build the base for all other sentence final particle, because even for the different sentence final particle, like this is AA, right? We have GAA, LAA, ZAA, other things, but the tones somehow works the same way. Like for example, first tone will be something like this, third tone will be something like this, fourth tone will be something like this. So we can build this, we can learn this and let it be your like foundation to move on to others. And of course, this is one of the most used one in Cantonese. Okay, so starting from the first tone. Okay, first tone. Ah, we already seen it is for suggestion, or request, or like advice, or you're asking someone to do something. We'll use it a lot. And it sounds like you care about the people's feeling like that. Like, okay, so it feels not very like strong command like that.
Okay.
So we say Okay, so like for example, this one 開門.
開門
開 is to open, 門 is the door, so open the door. 開門.
開門
俾 here is for. 俾 is for. 俾我啊. 開門俾我啊. Can you try to say it? 開門俾我啊.
開門俾我啊.
開門俾我啊. If you don't add anything, that will sound like good. 開門俾我. Like 開門俾我啊. 開門俾我啊.
開門俾我啊.
We use it in those like suggestion requests a lot. So, like the one that we've seen a while ago. 我同你一齊去啊。我同你一齊去啊。
我同你一齊去啊。
我同你一齊去啊。Like for example, 一齊食 M 記啊。
一齊食 M 記啊。
一齊食 M 記啊。Or like for example, like for example, 返學 will be go to school. 返學 to go to school. Can you try to say let's go to school together?
我同你
Uh-huh.
一齊
一齊
一齊返學
一
啊
齊返學Let's go to school together. At the end.
啊
I think
我
more common we will just say 我哋一齊返學。We can say we. We 我哋 is
啊
we.
我哋
我哋一齊返學
我哋一齊返學啊
This one will be more common. 我哋一齊返學or just 一齊返學
返學啊一齊返學啊
like that. 我哋一齊返學And then another one is we use for actually, in fact, something like that. We only use it for mostly for positive comments. So in this sentence, 肥 means fat. 肥 is fat. 肥 okay, 肥 is fat. And but we see the word 其實 here. 其實 is actually
其實
其實 is actually.
哦
But even if I delete the 其實 in this sentence, it will mean the same thing as long as you have the at the end. It sounds like actually. So 其實你一啲都唔肥
其實你一啲都
唔肥
唔肥啊
Yeah, like that. I want to explain a bit more. So 一啲都一啲 D is like some. D is some. And 一啲 is like some. And then
A little.
No, not even a little. It translated. Yeah, 一啲 is a little, but 都 and then we have the here, right? Is a like negation. 一啲都唔一啲都唔 and then you add the adjective. It means not
Not
at all.
even. Not at all.
At all. Like this. 一啲都唔好食 like that.
一啲都唔好食啊！
一啲都唔好睇 like that. Doesn't look good.
好靚，
一啲都唔靚。
都唔好靚，唔好靚。
No. 靚一啲都唔靚。靚。
Just 靚。
Because
okay.
好 is not part of the adjective here. 靚 is the adjective. 一啲都唔靚。
一啲都唔靚。
Remember 好食 is the adjective.
好
食 is the adjective. Yeah, 好食 has the 好 in it. But 靚 is 靚, not 好靚。好食 yeah, I know it's confusing, but yeah, that's why we say 好食。We say 好食。Because 好 has a 好 on its own already. But we don't say 好靚 because yeah, 靚 is an adjective like with just one character 靚。So 一啲都唔靚。But then we don't say 一啲都唔靚because we said this one is for positive comments.
Positive, okay.
Yeah, 一啲都唔靚then I don't know. Unless 唔靚 is a good feature someday. Okay, so 其實 even you delete this one, it still mean the same in Cantonese. 你一啲都唔肥Then it still sounds like this. Okay. And then 呢條裙。
呢條裙。
裙。
This.
裙 is skirt, dress, and 條 is the classifier. Okay, so 呢條裙。
呢條裙。
幾好睇
幾好睇
We just learn 一啲都唔。一啲都唔。
一啲都唔。
And then 幾 and then you add an adjective is quite.
Quite.
幾 so like this. Quite. So two way to modify the adjective. 幾好食like that.
幾好食
幾好睇
Quite tasty.
幾好睇睇 is to look.
幾靚
Yeah, 幾靚 Yeah, you can also say that. 幾靚幾好
幾
食
靚幾好食
幾好睇 is looks good. 睇 is to look. 好睇 is looks
good.
幾好睇
好睇
So 呢條裙幾好睇
呢條裙幾好睇
Okay, so the one here, the one third tone in the middle, we add it to a sentence to make it sound less abrupt. Usually people will describe it like this, like to soften the tone. So you add it. It does not add any meaning to the sentence. So stop. So like you can add it to all. S and Q here. S means statement.
Statement and question.
So
Okay.
this one like 唔知啊
唔知啊
I don't know. If you say 唔知 then that sounds cold somehow. 唔知啱啊
啱啊
啱啊 We don't say 唔啱啊 I don't think people say
唔
that.
啱啊
I mean, you sometimes people say that, but usually people consider them to be pretentious. And I think most people, Cantonese speaker overseas, because they learn Cantonese by just listening, right? Not like they study it using a dictionary or thing. They just pronounce it like without the ng. They never know there was an ng there. Okay, 啱啊，唔係啊，唔係啊。
唔係啊
Okay, and this will be a question. Like, 你係唔係 Okay, wait. I'm gonna explain this first. So, 係唔係 in Cantonese? 係唔係 Are you? 係
Are you?
係You can shorten it, contract the sound to 係咪。
係咪
Both low 同係咪係咪
係咪
你係咪
你係咪
唔舒服啊？
唔舒服啊服啊
舒服 is comfortable. So 唔舒服 not comfortable, like not feeling well. 你係咪唔舒服啊？
唔舒服
Then to answer that like 係啊唔係啊 like that. 係啊
係啊唔係啊
Yeah, so we just add to like you can add to a lot of sentence, statement, question to soften the tone. Okay, and then another thing is we use it to a list. Like when you have a list, you add it to after every item. So A B
B 啊
C
C 啊
like that. But we usually don't add it to the last item though. If you add it to the last item, sounds like you have some more to say.
more
Yeah, or you can say 咁咯 at the last item.
咁
Or the 咁 is not necessary also. So you can say 是咯 like that. So the sentence here is 我哋都係 we are all we are just we
我
also
哋都係
行街啊
行街啊
行街 we have 行山 is hiking. 街 is a street. So 行街 is like walking in the street. That means shopping. 行街啊食飯啊
行街啊食飯啊
睇戲啊
睇戲啊
咁咯
睇戲啊咁咯
食飯 you already heard know this is to have meals. 睇戲 is to watch movie. 睇 is to look to see. 戲 is movie. So 行街啊食飯啊睇戲啊咁咯
睇戲啊
So
the in the 睇戲啊 is different kind different
it is the same thing. Same thing. Most people don't differentiate both here. But you can see here 咁咯yeah. You can also add here. But not necessary for the last one. 咁咯
okay
Okay, so another one is you basically this one is just the exclamation mark. So this one, let's translate to this one. Okay, so 套戲真係好正。
套戲
真係
真係好正啊！
真係 is really 真係 is really
真係
and then 好正good like enjoyable good something like that. And hey is movie, right? We just mentioned this one. 套 is a classifier for movie. So 真係好正啊 like that. Really really good.
真係好套戲真係好正啊
！So yeah, for the exclamation mark, like whoa, something. And then the last one here, the one of third tone is to express you are annoyed. So don't suddenly add a third tone. So, but this one has a major difference from others. That is all the one that we learned here, except this one though, because you add it to an item in a list, right? But this one you can basically can be added to every component, like every word basically of the sentence.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like you can say, like this is an example of this, like 你啊，你
你
啊，
啊，
同
你
我。
啊，
You can add the
同我，
like you can add here also，同我啊，
同我啊，同我啊，
做晒啲嘢
做晒
啊，
啊，
做晒啲嘢啊。
做晒啲嘢啊。
So verb plus 晒，verb plus 晒。Sometimes there are different characters that people use. Okay, 晒. This means to completely do something. To verb completely. That's why we have 多謝晒.
多謝晒。
Like thank you for
多
thank
謝
you
晒。
completely thank you. 多謝晒，唔該晒。Like that. 晒 is to do something completely. So 你啊，同我做晒啲嘢
你啊，你啊，同我啊，做晒啲嘢啊。
Just one small thing I want to remind you. 同 we learn it as with or and, right? We just learn it as with and. But usually in this kind of sentence, in this command, it means for me but not with me. So I'm not going to do it with you. You do it for me. In a command, it means something like that. But in other sentences, it would be like with or and. But in this sentence, I'm not going to do it with you. You do it for me. Like that. 同我做晒啲嘢佢啊。Okay. So the major difference is this one. Like it can be added to every sentence to your sentence. Like so, for example, this one, if I make it long, it's just remember that this one usually sounds longer than the usual R. So like for example, this one 套戲啊，真係啊，
套戲
好正啊，like that. Then you are annoyed. Okay. Okay. 我哋啊都係行下街啊，食飯啊，睇下戲啊，咁咯。Like don't do that.
sounds unhappy.
So just keep it short. 你啊係咪啊唔舒服啊？Like that. Then that will be the opposite like effect of the original effect.
Soften the time.
Okay. So keep it short. Okay. This is the third tone, and then last one is fourth tone. There is one thing that I want you to remember about fourth tone is that fourth tone it changed a statement to a question, asking for confirmation. But then remember that it changed a statement. It's changed a statement. That's why you add it to a statement. You don't add it to a question. You understand what I mean? So like for example, what is a question? Like 你係唔係唔舒服? This is a question. This is a question. 你係唔係唔舒服? This is a question. That's why you cannot use fourth tone here. You cannot say 你係唔係唔舒服? You cannot do that. If it's a question on its own already, then it can only be the fourth tone. 你係咪唔舒服啊? But let's say if I change this to a statement, 你係咪唔舒服? If I change it to a statement, 你唔舒服 is a statement, right? If 你唔舒服 that will be a statement. Then we can say 你唔舒服啊. We can say that. So 你唔舒服啊. 你唔舒服啊. Then you can use fourth tone. So fourth tone you can only add it to a statement. So you are not feeling well, like that. Okay, like for example, this one, we add a mud in the beginning of sentence, but it just means something like what? Yeah, you're surprised. But then not necessary. So like, but why would you look at this one? 唔係佢 is a statement, right? 唔係佢 is not him. Then you can say 唔係佢啊. 唔係佢啊. Or you can also say something like 係佢啊.
係佢啊.
It's him.
It's him.
But if I say 係唔係佢, this is a question. 係唔係佢, this is a question. You cannot use you cannot say 係唔係佢啊. You can only say 係唔係佢啊. So for question you use third tone, but for statement you use fourth tone to
Fourth
change it
tone.
to a question.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what U3 fourth tone do. It's the same for GAA, LAA, all other things. So please remember this one. But just of course, AA does not add like much meaning to the sentence. It just make it sound softer. But
Mm.
GAA, LAA, all the things they will be adding some like additional meaning to the sentence. Okay. And then the last one here is to express you are disappointed, helpless, something like that. Usually it is used with the do.
So,
Like for example, if you're asking many people about where the person is lives, you want to know that, and then I come to ask you. I thought you would know him very well, and I say you say you don't know, and then I will say 你都唔知佢住邊啊？
你都唔知佢佢
住
住邊啊？
住
邊啊？
我話住喺邊住邊 that's the same 住 is to live 住 is to live
嗯，
邊 is from 邊度 but yeah you can shorten 邊度
喂，
to 邊 also so 你都唔知佢住邊啊 like you
嗯，
are disappointed so
邊度？
okay like for example tomorrow there is a party I want to go but I want to go with someone and then I ask everyone is not going I'm asking you you say you don't want to go also and I will say 你都唔去啊 like that 你都
你都唔去啊？
你都唔去啊
Even
你
you're not going，
唔去啊你都唔去
你都唔
啊
去啊？你都唔
你
去啊？
都唔 yeah but I think you can kind of like remember this as the similar usage of this like somehow like asking is that so something like that 你都唔去like that 你都唔去啊
You're not going also？
yeah you
嗯，
are not going like that 你都唔去啊 okay so I think this is pretty much all for today do you have any question
no question.
okay so
Yes.
then I think this is the end of today next time we will be talking a bit more about how we say days and like this week like last week like this year last year like well some words about time and days and also like yeah the calendar things okay so
Oh,
thank you for joining us hope to see you again okay goodbye thank you
bye bye.
bye bye